Okay, this is I think this is video 6 or 7. I'm not sure which. I wanted to give you a quick look at the bridge backing plate that we've glued in place. I don't think it showed up on the last video. This has been set up for a day or two now, but everything came out really well. I'm really pleased with it. I'm going to take this out of here and show you a couple of other things that we've done. We've made a repair over here, and if you notice this clamp, I'll show you that briefly, and then I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about how I've gotten set up to do this kind of work. So hang on just a second here, and we'll take these bars out. And I'm going to get rid of this Go deck. Okay, sorry for the delay here. This, there was a slight separation right there. I don't know if you can see that, between the heel of the neck and the body of the guitar. I put a very thin shim in there. That shim is about 20 thousandths of an inch thick. That little shim right there. We filled that with glue and clamped it in good, because the tendency is for the when the strings are attached to the guitar, the tendency is to pull this end of the neck down. So this little gap it adds a little bit of support by filling it with wood glue to keep this in place when the string tension is added. I've got this up hanging in the air here like this, and I don't know if you can hear this, but I want to give you a demonstration of what the sound board should sound like. This is called the high E side of the guitar, and this is called the low E side. Low E string, high E string. So the tone travels differently in the sound deck itself. And I don't know if you can hear this. I'm going to attempt to show you the difference here in the tone when I tap on here. I can hear a distinct difference in the high. This is a higher tone than this. I don't know if you can hear that, but that tells us that we've done something right here. So hopefully the work on the soundboard has made a big difference. It's interesting, some of the things I have to get involved in here to do this that I never thought I would have to do. One of the things is making the tools or acquiring the ability to be able to do this with different tools or machines or so on and so forth. One of the things that I've had to do, aside from making the Go deck, is to make a bunch of these. This is called a spool clamp, and the purpose of the spool clamp is, now that we have the top and the back done, we have to glue them back together. And a spool clamp is meant to go on there like that. We loosen the nut, put the spool clamp on there, and then we pull the nut down, and that will squeeze the back and the top together, and while that glue dries. I need about at least 20 of these to go around the guitar as I glue the top on, or the back on. I need about 20 of these. It's a rather involved process. It probably took me a couple hours just to do those. I got a piece of 1¼ dowel and cut 40 of these an inch long. But because we don't want them to damage the guitar, we have to cut a little rubber disc on either end of that. So I had to make a punch. This punch is made out of 1-inch electric conduit, and as you can see that the end is sharpened quite sharp. And I've had to punch out 40 rubber pads to make 20 barrel clamps. And then I have to glue the pad onto 40 of those in order that I can make, I need 20 clamps, so I need 40 spools with the glue with the pad attached. But in order to make the spool, I'm going to take you to the lathe. I hope you can hear me. I've got a spool chucked up in the lathe and I'm drilling a hole through the center. I have to be careful to drill it in center so that when the spools line up on the clamp itself, it holds all things together. So we end up drilling this hole through the spool, and we got to make 40 of those to make 20 clamps. So I've taken all the spools out of the clamps. The rubbers are now glued on. But now I have to put all of these in the lathe and drill the hole through all of these. And then I need to take some 1/4" all thread thread. I got to cut 8-inch pieces. I need 20 8-inch pieces so that the final assembly is going to look something like this. So you can see there's a number of machinations that I have to go through just to get to the point where I can make the repairs and have the tools and make the repairs that I need to make. So all of this, what I'm leading up to on all of this is the ultimate joining of the back to the front of the guitar. And of course this is where the spool clamps come in, all the way around the perimeter of the guitar to hold it all together. This is probably the single most critical part of the operation. Getting the entire circumference to line up is going to be difficult because with years of distortion from the heat and drying out, nothing's in perfect shape. But we're going to force it back into shape with these clamps, and hopefully when we get done we'll be able to trim the edges and make it one piece again. And I'll definitely keep you up on that. I won't bore you with drilling all these out, but I got another hour or two's job labor just in putting the clamps together so that we can prep the back to be joined to the front.